All right, all right, all right. I am live. Good evening, good evening. Hello, hello. How are you? Today is Wednesday. It is past the time I normally go live. It's eight at 8:30. It is actually almost 9:30. However, I have been missing for a good while. So if you have missed me, come on in, join in, and listen for a while. I thought today would be a great day to get back into the swing of things. Um, I have been, we've had a few challenges in our family, some people, some we've lost some family members, and um, you know, it's time to get back. Plus, I was so ill. I was so sick with a sinus, a bacterial sinus infection, which also had me down for a while. But it's time to get back. And I thought, since we are in the I was going to say in the beginning of October, but in a couple of days we'll be in the mid October. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I thought that this is one time that I can stop and talk to women and about some of the things about breast cancer, right? That we should know. The first thing that I want to say is let's help to fight cancer. Let's help to kick cancer in its butt. Let's help to intercept cancer by making sure that we get a mammogram. And of course, mammograms are recommended for women over 40 years old. So if you're 40 or over, make sure you get a mammogram. And if there is any kind of cancer that runs in your family, you may want to talk to your doctor and see if this is something you should do sooner than later. I'm not going to be long today, but I just wanted to talk about this important topic and also drop some other topics that we should be aware of, especially as women. Now, breast cancer does not only affect women, however, it's the statistics shows that it affects more women than men. But 1 in 8 women, I have my trusty little notes here. 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. That's staggering. That's a staggering statistic because so in a room of 10 people, one or more of those people can develop breast cancer. So let's do what we um, can to help to stop, to intercept, to kick breast cancer in the butt. All right. Another staggering statistic is that in 2022, just the year 2022, this year, 287,500 new cases of invasive breast cancer will be diagnosed in the United States. And I think it was 51,000, over 51,400 of non invasive breast cancer will develop in women in the year 2022. Also shows that 2,710 men will be diagnosed with breast cancer. And of that, 530 will die. So it's actually really important for us to pay some attention to this very serious topic. There are over 3.8 million cancer survivors. So that tells us that's great to know, right? That people can actually survive breast cancer. It's not necessarily a death sentence. And the sooner that we get, the sooner that we go get mammograms and check ourselves, do our monthly breast exams and things like that, we can help to prevent death from cancer. This year alone, over 43,550 women will die from cancer. And these statistics are not to scare anyone. These are actual statistics from the National Breast Cancer Awareness Foundation. But of all cancers, 30% of new diagnosed cancers are breast cancer in women. So it's actually important that we um, pay attention. I'm wearing my pink today. I'm wearing my pink for breast cancer awareness. I'm gonna try to see if I can wear pink for the rest of the month whenever I am live, but it's important. Another statistic: 65% of breast cancer cases are diagnosed at the localized stage, for which the 5 year survival is 99%. So we have a lot to do with us surviving, which is doing the things that we can do to intercept cancer, right? Breast cancer is the leading cause death of cancer death in women in the United States, but 40% higher among Black women than white women. So it's even more important for us Black women to, not that it's more important, but it's very important for us Black women to make sure that we intercept um, this. We make sure that we are getting checked out. We get our mammograms, we do our monthly exams, because more of us die, more of us die from breast cancer than white women. 40% of us more die from breast cancer. All right. Breast cancer is actually the leading cause of cancer death for Latin women in the United States. And here's some staggering statistics: 47% of women put off or postpone preventative services due to costs, because they're not able to go get a breast exam. Now, that's sad. That saddens me, because most people, regard, especially people who are worrying about the cost of insurance, should be able to get insurance. Please reach out to me and my sisters. We talked about this last week about us making sure that you can actually get covered for insurance. And there are certain benefits that um, you're entitled to once you get covered, but you have to get covered. And the open enrollment is coming up in November. Please reach out to us to see if you're one of those people. So if your job does not provide health insurance, and you are, your income, you think, is not enough to be able to get those preventative care, I am telling you right now that reach out to a licensed broker like myself, or any of the other ladies that you see me on with at night. On Thursday nights, we're going to be on there tomorrow night as well. But reach out to see if there's something that we can do to get you covered. There's lots of changes. There are lots of changes, and people think that they cannot afford health insurance. And I'm here to tell you that you cannot not afford health insurance, because it's really important. All right. Poverty and less education and lack of health insurance are associated with lower breast cancer rate survival. As a licensed health insurance broker, you want to reach out to me to see how we can get you covered, how we can get your children covered. Um, because basically most people that do not delay treatment or delay going to the doctor to see, they went without, or they delayed it because they couldn't afford it or due to cost. And you might be doing that to the detriment of your health. um, and you may actually qualify to get health insurance. Some people actually qualify right now, because we go based on the federal poverty level, and depending on the amount of money that you are making, then we're able to get you covered. And if you are, sometimes the middle class are the ones that get really squeezed, because you're making good money, but that money is barely getting by, and so you don't think you can afford health insurance. But the truth of the matter is, you may be able to afford health insurance. You have to reach out to one of us, and so that we can look and see what you're entitled to, or what you can get, so that you can take care of that. All right. So those were, last but not least, 30% of uninsured women were up to date with breast cancer screening in 2018 compared to 64% of insured women. So that tells you, right? There are things that can happen where you can get covered, get treatment, get preventative treatment, but you have to reach out to someone and see. And while I wanted to talk about breast cancer and making you aware, we all know it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Sometimes we don't think about it. We're all invincible. We don't think about it. So some other topics that I'm going to be covering as I go live are things like retirement. Now, that's something that we always talk about. I've been talking about it. We talk about it on the Millionaire Ladies Mob. However, um, for women, retirement is even more important because most of us do not spend our entire years working because we have to take off time for taking care of our children. Consequently, number one, first and foremost, we're earning less than men to this day, even though it was fixed by the Women's Right Equality Act, or it was quote unquote fakes. We are still earning less than men. And then, second of all, we are taking off more time from the workplace or from earning to take care of our children, to take care of grandchildren, to take care of elderly parents. More of us compared to men are doing that. And as such, we are not working or earning as much as men. So it becomes a women's issue because what we are going to put up for retirement entirely depends on what we're earning, right? So it's important. That is an important topic as women that we have to take control of. We have to be in control of our money. Social Security is another one. Many of us, first of all, I don't want to drag out it, but we know that Social Security, when it was designed back in the 30s, people were not living past 60, 60, 65 years old. So Social Security was never meant to take care of you until you die, especially now because we're living so much longer. And long-term care, that's another thing as women that's important to us because we live longer. And because we live longer, we have to be more in control of our money so that we can have the lifestyle or some of the lifestyle that we had prior to retiring. All right. All of these things that I talked about can be solved with one magical tool, and that's life insurance. Whether making sure that we have life insurance to help us with retirement, making sure that we have life insurance to help supplement Social Security, make for in retirement, making sure that we have life insurance for long-term care should we become ill, making sure you have the correct type of life insurance that gives you living benefits, that does not that allows you to use it while you're alive if you were to become ill. A life insurance, if you suffered from God forbid, you were one of the statistics that we talked about in the beginning of the show about cancer, you now have a way to help you to concentrate on continuing living and not stressing about the cost of things. So, as women, these are some topics that we need to be aware of. I'm going to keep talking about it. It doesn't matter if I'm sitting here and one person is listening or 10 people are listening. I am still going to talk about it. I am Carmen Bernard, and I help you to basically save your money, grow your money, maximize your money so that you can have the retirement that you deserve, so that you can do not have to reduce your lifestyle. So reach out to me. I can be reached at carmen10k.com, or inbox me. Just ask a question. I do not charge to answer any questions. I do a lot of research. I do a lot of I have a lot of certifications that allows me to be able to give the advice that I give, but or to educate. I'm not giving you, specifically you, advice. In order for me to be your advisor, you need to contact me so we can look at your specific situation. However, I'm giving you I'm educating you on these topics so that you can be aware of them and reach out to someone that's certified to help you in this area, whether it's me or someone else. But as women, we have to take control and of our health. We have to take control of our wealth. We basically have to take control of our lives. So that's my talk today for you, sister. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.